Do not respect those who have these 7 traits. A Buddhist and Zen story. Are you respecting someone who doesn't deserve it? Here are 7 clear signs that you should stop immediately. If someone exhibits these 7 traits, no matter who they are, they do not deserve your respect. The Zen master's lesson. In a distant village nestled among rolling hills, a group of young students lived under the guidance of a venerable master. These eager students were not only keen to learn about wisdom, but also deeply curious about the qualities and actions they should avoid. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of gold, the boys gathered beneath a grand old tree. They sat in a circle, their hearts and minds filled with questions about the qualities that do not deserve their respect. A boy named Lisa spoke up saying, "Master, we have learned much about the qualities that make a person wise and virtuous. But can you guide us on the behaviors we should steer clear of? Those that don't deserve our respect." The master nodded, his tranquil presence filling the air. Respecting someone means acknowledging their virtues, but it is equally important to recognize what should not be respected. Let me tell you about 7 traits that should never command your respect. 1. Arrogance, the full cup that holds nothing new. Have you ever met someone who always thinks they're right and never listens to others? Arrogant people walk through life with an inflated sense of self-importance. They believe they are superior and dismiss the opinions of those around them. But here's the problem. Arrogance blinds them to new knowledge, causing them to stagnate. Imagine a cup already full of water. No matter how much fresh water you try to pour in, it will overflow, never holding anything new. That's an arrogant person, incapable of growth. But what comes next is even more dangerous. 2. Dishonesty, the bridge that always collapses. Would you ever walk across a bridge you knew was about to collapse? Of course not. That's what trusting a dishonest person is like. Dishonest individuals twist facts to suit their own interests. They deceive others, making it impossible to trust them. And without trust, relationships crumble. One student asked, "Master, what if a dishonest person realizes their mistake?" The master smiled. A bridge can be rebuilt, but if it collapses too many times, no one dares to walk on it again. 3. Selfishness, the candle that won't share its flame. Have you ever had a friend who only calls when they need something, who never shares, never gives, but always takes? Selfish individuals put their own desires above others, creating an environment of isolation and distrust. Imagine a candle that refuses to share its flame. Eventually, when it burns out, there will be nothing left but darkness. But the next quality is even worse. It poisons everything around it. 4. Cruelty, the hand that brings only pain. Cruel. People enjoy causing harm, physically, emotionally, or psychologically. Their actions leave scars, sometimes invisible, but deeply painful. One day, a student asked, "Master, how do we deal with cruelty?" The master picked up a piece of charcoal and squeezed it in his hand. When he opened his palm, his skin was blackened, stained by the charcoal. Holding on to cruelty, even in anger, only stains you. So let go. Distance yourself from cruel people. Do not respect them and do not become like them. But what's next is something many don't even realize is dangerous. 5. Laziness, the boat that never moves. Laziness is not just about resting. It's about refusing to make an effort to improve. Have you ever met someone who makes excuses for everything? Imagine a boat floating on a river but refusing to row. It may drift for a while, but eventually it will crash or sink. That's what happens to people who are lazy. They go nowhere. Respect belongs to those who work hard, who strive to grow, not those who make excuses for their lack of progress. And now, a mindset that stops people from ever achieving greatness. 6. Close-mindedness. The locked door to wisdom. Some people refuse to listen to new ideas. No matter what you say, they refuse to consider a different perspective. A wise person once said, "Minds are like parachutes. They only work when open." Imagine standing in front of a locked door, knowing there's something valuable behind it, but refusing to turn the key. That's a close-minded person. They lock themselves away from growth, from knowledge, from opportunities. But the last trait is perhaps the most destructive of all. 7. Envy. The fire that burns itself first. Envy poisons the heart. It makes people resentful of others' success instead of working toward their own. A student asked, "Master, why is envy so dangerous?" The master took 2 candles. One he lit, the other he let remain unlit. Then he blew out the first candle. This is envy. It does not light its own candle. It only tries to extinguish others. Envy blinds people to their own potential. Instead of improving themselves, they waste energy resenting others. The final lesson: choose wisely. The students absorbed the master's teachings, realizing that avoiding these qualities was just as crucial as embracing wisdom. The master concluded, "Do not waste respect on those who show these traits. Instead, surround yourself with those who are honest, hardworking, open-minded, and kind. These are the people who truly deserve your respect." Why this matters today? In today's fast-paced world, this Zen wisdom remains deeply relevant. Arrogance prevents growth. Dishonesty destroys trust. Selfishness weakens relationships. Cruelty causes suffering. Laziness leads to failure. Close-mindedness blocks progress. Envy poisons the soul. By recognizing these traits and avoiding those who embody them, we can cultivate meaningful connections, personal growth, and a more harmonious society. Respect should be earned through virtue, not demanded through status. Who in your life embodies wisdom and virtue? Share this lesson with them.